Hello everybody and welcome. I have another Power Mac G4 today. I bought this one the same day I bought the previous one. Just after I clicked buy now on eBay, I found this and I decided to go for it because it has Verax fans. For the ones who follow Apple hardware, or at least the times when Apple hardware was interesting, the Power Mac G4s, the MDD models, were called, how was it? Wind farm or wind tunnel, because they were really loud, and they are. It's just uncomfortable to be working with them. Not so much about sound pressure. I think my intelligent station is louder, but the quality of the sound full of interferences is a nightmare. It's really bad. So this one has fans that were made in Germany. To mitigate the problem, they were called Verax, and apparently they transformed the G4 in a machine almost as quiet as a new trash can Mac Pro. So I decided to go for it, since it's a machine that I pretend or intend to keep for a long time. Well, that's pretty much about it. It's a FireWire 800, so I'm gonna have to do some hacking around to get macOS 9 running, and apparently the procedure is already clear and has been figured out by the community. The box has a few interesting features though. First thing that I noticed is this sticker. So probably Apple reused the same box from the first MDDs that were dual 1 GHz, dual 1.25, no, dual 867, dual 1 GHz, and dual 1.25. And the later MDDs had a single 1 GHz processor, a dual 125, that should be this one, and a dual 143. So I think they add this label here just to tell you that, yeah, not all MDDs are dual processor. Another thing I noticed here is that this is a built to order machine, CTO, and it says it's a 1 GHz machine with a GeForce 4MX. That doesn't matter what I bought, that should be a dual 125 with a Radeon. So I'm not sure the machine has been upgraded, or if the owner just got another box later on, I don't know. And now here you have the original price of the machine. This machine costed at the day 1800 euros. And at the front you have a very nice picture of the G4. This one is one of the most beautiful cases I've ever seen, and one of the Apple's best. And many people nowadays use this kit to build Hacintoshes or even PCs. It's just a brilliant case, especially with the side opening case. You know, you open it and you can manipulate the components without having to fully disassemble the machine. The speaker on the top usually comes with a protective grill, so no one pushes the speaker down and ruin it. It's apparently a very good speaker as well, albeit made useless by the fact that the machine is super loud. Enough chatting, let's get to it. Oh, should not cut here. So here, no keyboard, no mouse. I was not promising those. We have power cable. This is European. Good. Air protection. And the G4. Guys, first interesting find here. The vendor clearly doesn't know what he's talking about. This is not a FireWire 800 machine, and I'm quite glad for it because, well, the FireWire 800 port has to go here and there is nothing. There's, you know, all the rest is here. So I should be good with OS 9, and if it's the silent machine, I'm more than happy with it. On the top here, as the vendor promised, I have the USB 2 card that's gonna go to the other G5 when I give it to my friend. There is a card here with 3 extra FireWire ports and the video card, but now the vendor didn't know this is not a FireWire 800 machine. Not sure he knows that this is not, I'm not sure he knows what is the graphics card that is in. The expansion cards are the best you can find. Both the FireWire and the USB ports have internal ports, which means that, for example, you can use a FireWire port to add internal FireWire drives. Apple tried this before. Maybe FireWire was going to be the future of the, you know, expandability and internal storage and etc. That never happened, but they tried. So some cards follow the idea, and that's one of them. The USB 2 card also has an internal port, which is great if you want, for example, to run Linux and add a newer version of Wi-Fi. You can do it without having a dongle or something, you know, popping outside. But there are more things. Here is the main point of this machine. The Verax fans that were designed and manufactured in Germany to make this machine quiet. This is part of the expansion set. I think the setup also includes power supply fans, and I see the chassis fan is there. I'm not sure how this is working. We will see now. But this should make the machine super quiet and tolerable. Here you also can see that the optical bay fan has been removed. It's not really necessary unless you have 2 optical drives and you are running them all the time. So they just add extra noise in my opinion. Here you can see that the drive cage has no ATA drives. They have been replaced by an ATA to SATA bridge, and there is a SATA drive here. The owner also installed adapters from the Molex to the, this is like the floppy drive Molex from the small Molex for power, and there's a lot of more of them running for the fans. And here at the second ATA bus you can see another parallel ATA to stereo ATA adapter. So this person clearly wanted to have the maximum performance possible and separated the devices in different buses. The power supply has also been modified or even replaced, even though the chassis of it looks the same, because I really don't recall the motherboard power connector being this one. And down here we have the modem and it's a PCM CIA slot that's used for the airport card. If there would be a FireWire 800 model, we would have a FireWire Extreme card here, and that is not the case. That's actually a bit unfortunate, but well, I'm not gonna judge it much. It should be a quiet machine with a very rare fan assembly and optimize it to the max. So I'll see what to do with it. We'll probably put one of the SATA drives in the machine I'm going to give my friend and see what comes from it. For now, let's get the machine running. Alright, it's the time of truth. Alright guys, the machine is not as quiet as a probably modern Power Mac, but compared to the other MDD is just unbelievable. Can you hear it? You definitely can sit next to this machine for hours and don't feel a thing. So yeah, I'm really keeping it. So let's see about this Mac. So this is, wow, okay, this is even better. I was hoping to get a machine with 2 megs of cache to compare, and the top of the line of the FireWire 800 is the 143 that has 2 megs of cache, and the dual 125 of the FireWire 800 series has only 1 meg of cache, but this is the top of the early MDD, so it does have 2 megs of cache per processor. Let's see more information. Everything is instant. You click, it opens. So Power Mac 3.6, 2 processors, amazingly quiet, ATA. So Samsung SSD 830 series. So for the amount of money I paid for this machine, I got the SSDs, and it was almost like I had the machine for half of the price. So basically half of it is SSDs that I can use wherever I want, which is great. Second bus has a 256 gigs SSD. I don't have such a big SSD in any machine, and I'm for sure moving this one probably to my G5. And since this is going to be my OS 9 machine, I may not even keep OS 10 here, or maybe compressor to help encoding things, but yeah. Audio. So classic audio, let's see, PCI cards. So we have a USB controller, and it doesn't detect the FireWire ports. So I don't see the FireWire card here. I may need to reset it. But guys, this is really awesome. I'm gonna measure the energy consumption here, but I'm already satisfied. If you go down here, the machine comes loaded with applications. So we have Safari, then for Fox, the iLife suite, Adobe things, Photoshop CS, so the first one, and I can really see even the company to which it belonged. So, well, I'm not interested in Photoshop in German, nor interested in showing the name of the original owner, but the machine is fully loaded. I'm gonna image this drive. Freehand, so macromedia stuff. Still when it belonged to Macromedia. Acrobat, Final Cut Express, Microsoft Office, Windows Media Player, Toast, VLC. This icon is old. This is probably a very old version of VLC. Yeah, this machine was probably sitting in storage for a long time. This VLC 082 is ancient, from 2005.